Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Wow, has it been a crazy, crazy couple of days, and I got the feeling it's just going to get crazier as the next few weeks happen. So, yesterday I posted a video where I talked about the updated ship dates for the latest Arcade1up machines. Since then, it looks like we've gotten some other news that's popped up. A leak late yesterday involving some potential new skins for some of these new legacy cabs that are just set to ship within the next couple of weeks, some possibly by tomorrow, and confirmation of an Arcade1up cab that we have been waiting for a very, 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 very long time. And it looks like we finally have unofficial confirmation that it's coming, because this does not come from Arcade1up. But let's get right into everything. Like I said, I did just post a video yesterday about ship date updates on Arcade1up cabs. You can go ahead and check out that video. I will link to it. Hopefully we're right up there, so you can check that out. But let's get into some new news that just happened earlier this morning. Okay, so there has been a flurry of activity in the YouTube community surrounding Arcade1up. And we've gotten some crazy stuff that's happened just in the last few hours here, starting with this. And this was a post that Daniel Gallion posted to the Super Game Room Dudes Facebook group involving some new legacy cabs. Now, they're not really new legacy cabs. They're actually skins of existing legacy cabs. But let's go ahead and check them out. And guys, this is a site that I was not particularly aware of. This is a site called ShopHippo, and they have up 2 reskinned legacy cabs. Now, these are the new legacy cabs, all right? These are the ones that are scheduled to ship later this month. The Joust one being the reskin of the Mortal Kombat 30th anniversary. And we know it's the new one for a couple of reasons. First off, because it does list Wi-Fi online play and leaderboards, and it does list the same 14 games that the Mortal Kombat 30th is coming with. The difference being the outside skin. Now, this is skinned after Joust, which is, of course, one of the games on the cabinet. And it is a very interesting looking skin, very, very reminiscent of the original Joust arcade. The controls here being a little bit interesting, because obviously in the arcade you had a joystick and a single flap button for player 1 and player 2. And it looks like, you know, they've tried to make this work out with all the other games on the cab, including games like Defender and the Mortal Kombat games. I gotta say, I mean, I get what they're going for here with the red button sticking out and the yellow trying to blend into the background, considering Joust, you know, only had the one button. Same thing here with the blue and all, but I don't know. For me, I'm just not a big fan of this color scheme of the buttons. I do kind of like the way it is on the Mortal Kombat one with the different colored buttons on it, but, you know, hey, it's something different. It's something interesting. Now, one thing I do want to point out is, if you've checked out any of the other videos that have posted earlier today, a lot of them were pointing out that the price on these was actually $50 cheaper than the current legacies at $450. Well, it looks like since then they've updated their pricing, and they're in line with the new cabs that are on the Arcade1up site at $500. So I have no idea what was going on there. But they have since updated their pricing, so instead of being $450, they're now $500. If anybody pre-ordered, had seen one of the earlier videos and pre-ordered these already at $450, be curious to see if they hold at that price. But now going forward, it looks like they're up to the same price as the other ones. It also looks like they're showing an availability starting July 1st. So these are obviously coming out a little bit after the other ones, or at the very least a little after. They're going to ship directly from Arcade1up. Still don't know when those cabs are going to hit retail stores. And we'll take another quick look at the other one here. This is the Dig Dug cab, and this is taking the place of the Pac-Mania Bandai Namco Legacy one, but, you know, obviously, like I said, skinned after Dig Dug. And I gotta say, I really like this one. Compared to the Pac-Mania, this is just cool looking. Definitely emulates the Dig Dug cab, if not perfectly, certainly close enough. And again, let's just take a look at this control panel here. And I like this. You've got the 4-way joysticks. You've got the button layout here like this so that it works with all the different games on the cab. Dig in those volcano buttons for player 1 and player 2. Those are really cool. It is so neat to see Arcade1up doing things like that to try to emulate closer to what the real arcade feel is. They've done that for the Atari Centipede legacy cab, and to see them do this on this Dig Dug reskin is very, very cool. And of course, same thing as the Bandai Namco legacy. You've got Wi-Fi leaderboards and the same 14 games that are going to come on the Pac-Mania. So guys, that is the first piece of news that we have seen come up in, like I said, the last few hours, certainly within the last 24 hours. There have been a lot of guys on YouTube who have been talking about this. I'm not going to go into crazy detail. Just so you know, it looks like we're getting reskins already of the Mortal Kombat 30th into a Joust reskin and the Pac-Mania into a Dig Dug reskin that at the very least right now are on this ShopHippo site. Potentially going to hit Amazon from what I understand later, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see these show up on other retailers like Walmart, because Walmart does have a tendency to get these kind of variant skins. They were one of the ones to have the Defender reskin of last year's Midway Mortal Kombat Legacy. So we'll just have to keep an eye out and see what happens in the near future with these. But hey, if you were interested in those new Legacy cabs, but you weren't crazy about another Mortal Kombat skin or the look of that Pac-Mania, now you've got some other options that are basically the exact same machines, just in a different flavor, so to speak. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you are interested in either one of these over what the original ones were going to be from Arcade1up. But that's not the only news we have today. Something else just hit a few hours ago, and I want to touch on that real quick too. Check this out. So it looks like we've got another FCC filing for another cab coming from Arcade1up. Another leak here from the FCC, and I got to give a big shout out to Console Kit's website, because he, along with Michael B. the Game Genie and P-Dub's Arcade Loft, jumped on a quick live stream a few hours ago to break this news on the FCC listing. So if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have known about this. So huge shout out to them. But this is the FCC filing for an NFL Blitz cab coming from Arcade1up. And you can see they've got 3 different model numbers listed here, and it says NFL Blitz with riser Arcade1up, NFL Blitz with riser and stool Arcade1up. So it looks like at the very least this is going to come in 2 different versions, with and without stool. Both seem to mention riser though, which leads me to believe that these are going to be 3/4 cabs. Probably going to be a similar look and feel to the other 4-player cabs, such as Simpsons, X-Men, Golden Axe. You know, just in the same kind of look and feel that those have, just with an NFL Blitz skin on it, and of course those games. Now, as usual with these FCC listings, there isn't really much you can tell from them. This is a look at the label, and it says NFL Blitz with riser Arcade1up. Up here it does say with Wi-Fi, which of course is the whole reason for an FCC listing in the first place, is that these will have Wi-Fi. And you get a look at the label, and of course you get your typical rendering showing the label and location. And this is interesting here. If you notice in this rendering, they've got this extended control panel here, which of course leads to the full speculation that yes, this will be a 4-player cab, not just a 2-player version of NFL Blitz. But really, that's all we know. We do know it obviously comes with Wi-Fi, but to what extent, we're really not sure yet. Is it going to be leaderboards? Is it going to be for updates only? Is it going to have online play? Now, I got to say, for me, I got to think that for a game like NFL Blitz, they'd have to have online play. I mean, if you're going to have it for things like NBA Jam, then there's no reason to not have it for NFL Blitz, unless for some reason there's latency and lag issues with the emulation of that game over Wi-Fi. But, hey, you know, we will see for sure. But guys, that's really it. There isn't much more that I can say at this point, because it's really all we know at this point, I'm not going to go into crazy speculation beyond what I've already said. Really, all we know for sure is that if there's an FCC listing, it confirms that NFL Blitz is coming. Now, I will just point out one other thing is that we have seen NFL Blitz come up on leaks earlier this year. And on those leaks from earlier this year, NFL Blitz was speculated to come out in October at around $600. Now, that is an interesting price for a 4-player cab when you consider X-Men and some of the others were over that. But then again, you know, licensing always makes a difference, you know, in pricing when it comes to these kind of things. So we will have to wait and see if that holds true. The leaks have been very accurate of late, so it will be interesting to see if that $600 price holds. Will also be interesting to see exactly what games are included on NFL Blitz. Is it just going to be a single NFL Blitz game, or are we going to get NFL Blitz, NFL Blitz 99, and NFL Blitz 2000 Gold Edition, which, as far as I know, are the only 3 actual arcade games. All the other Blitz games are console games. So it'll be interesting to see what exactly is on this. And did they have to make any changes to it? Did they have to tone down the violence? Did they have to change player rosters just because of licensing deals and maybe not being able to get players to sign off on it? You know, we'll just have to wait and see. Again, it's June. It's that time of year where we're getting a lot of official confirmed announcements. So fingers crossed that we really do hear something 100% from Arcade1up within the next couple of weeks. You know, I know we've got a bunch of stuff coming up later this week. We've got Microsoft is going to be doing a presentation soon. We have Capcom going to be doing a presentation early next week. We have Nintendo doing one of their Nintendo Directs, supposedly scheduled for next Wednesday. So the hope is that a company like Arcade1up will also do something in the near future, even if it's just putting out a YouTube video saying, hey guys, this is what we got. So we'll just have to wait and see as time goes. Again, this is probably not going to come out till the fall. So will we hear something in the next couple of weeks, or will we have to wait till closer to the end of the summer to get more confirmation and find out, you know, for sure what this is going to include? Time will tell. But guys, that's it. I just want to throw a quick video out there. I want to let you guys know some of this news that has popped up in the last couple of hours. And hey, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Again, are you interested in those reskins? Said, is Joust more appealing than Mortal Kombat? Is Dig Dug more appealing than Pac-Mania to you? And would you be interested in picking up one of those instead of the official ones from Arcade1up? What do you think about NFL Blitz? I know so many of you have been waiting for this cap for so long. So are you excited that we're finally starting to see some confirmation that it is really coming and really coming this year? And on top of that, just to throw this out really quick, now that we've seen this, when are we going to see confirmation on some of the other ones that have been leaked and speculated over this past year? When will we see Time Crisis? When will we see a new Marvel vs. Capcom, whether that's a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or a Marvel Legacy or whatever it turns out to be? That's the one I'm probably the most interested in, and I can't wait to hear what that really is going to be. So fingers crossed that we will get more information as the summer rolls on. That's going to do it for me for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this is your first time seeing me, or if you haven't done it yet, please hit that subscription button. Click the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. Give this one a thumbs up before you're done, and leave a comment below. I love when you guys are part of the conversation. That's it for now. I will see you on the next video, probably very soon at the rate all these news things are coming out. All right? Have a great day. Take care.